can see from this angle, guys, I'm just tapping the throttle here. Mostly I'm controlling the car with the throttle. Up the center spring scale. When I first start drifting, I have boost. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I will cover some tips and tricks on how to drift in Forza Horizon 5. We will cover the drifting process, we'll share the pedal work and the wheel settings also. We'll be using the very well-known M3, as I believe is very accessible to everyone in the game. I will also share the tune code in the description of the video. So let's start, guys, with what I found to be the best way to learn how to drift in the Forza Horizon 5. We're not going to be using the handbrake drifting here. We are just going to focus on the power of the engine and just start sliding with the car. Let's see if we have enough power in fourth gear. We do. So as you can see, I'm not just fighting with the wheel here. Mostly I'm controlling the car with the throttle. I'm using maybe 50 to 70% of the throttle here. Like, I want you to focus on the RPMs. I'm not just holding the pedal. So I'm just tapping. Later in the video I will try to record the footwork when in this location here. I found this location to be the perfect location to learn how to control the car while drifting, because as a beginner, if you handbrake drifting the corners, you will lose control and the car will start sliding. So that's why I believe that this move right here helped me the most when learning how to drift and how to control the car in corners. Once you get used to this move, you can then start experimenting with the corners, with the handbrake and with the clutch. So let's just use the clutch here to change the angle. Don't expect to make the perfect donut, the perfect circle from the first, guys. Takes a lot of practice. I'm still making some mistakes right now. But I believe this move, making a donut here, helped to improve my drifting skills in the game. Let's see if we can slide the car here. Okay. Fourth gear. As I mentioned, I will try to record the footwork just for you to have a better understanding of how I'm using the throttle here. But I think you can see in my RPM that I'm just tapping and using 70% of the power of the car. Let's see if we can make a nice slide here with the clutch. Not bad. Always the other way, okay. It's not an easy process, I know, but I feel it's highly rewarded once you get used to it. It's very interesting to do. So I'm not the perfect and the best drifter in Forza. I'm not go too fast or sit already, but I'm improving, so bear with me. As you can see from this angle, guys, I'm just tapping the throttle here using roughly 70% of the power. I'm not just holding the gas, so if you hold the gas to the metal, it will just start spinning. So just tap and release. Once you feel like you have much power, just release the throttle. Do not use the brakes at all. Just tap. Once you get used to this move, then we can move on to the clutch and changing the directions here. It was not perfect, but you get the point. I love this car. One of my favorite cars in the Horizon. That was the clutch. But my advice is just stick to this move right here and try to learn how the car physics are going when it starts sliding in the corners. So just tap and release, tap and oh, we have another entry joining us for a drift. Hello mate. Maybe he's learning as well. I think he's on the wheel. Like, I can notice when someone is using the controller or the keyboard. Like, this is clean. I think he's on the wheel as well. Okay, 2 and 3 making the video. So yeah guys, let me know if you have any questions, any idea for the next video. So guys, these are my wheel settings that I'm currently using while driving in Forza Horizon 5. My Logitech G-HUB is set to default as I'm using the 900-degree angle, so I'm not going to show that because it's set to default. So here are the difficulty settings. I'm using the braking anti-lock off, steering set to simulation, tracking control is off, stability it's off, and I'm using for this video the manual without the clutch option. So let's go to the advanced control. I have the vibration turned off, so these are just set to default, and I have slightly increased the steering here because as you can see in the description, the higher values provides more accuracy near the full lock, so I found that 58 is optimal for me. These are just settings that you can experiment on your own, but I found that 58 is the perfect linear for mapping for me. So let's just check the other one. I have this set to default. The clutch, okay, this can also go to default settings. The most where you will feel like the difference is when you up the center spring scale. When I first start drifting, I have boosted this to 1.8 all together with the wheel damper scale 1.8 and also the mechanical trail scale to 1.8. I feel like the mechanical trail scale is making the more difference from most of the settings here, because as you can see here, the larger this value is, the less prominent the loss of traction will be in understeer. So you will roughly have the idea of where the car is trying to move or where the car is trying to go. So my advice is, if you're a beginner and if you're struggling with drifting in this game, just boost this all the way up to 2.0 and just experiment on your own what it feels the best for you. Right now I'm just using 1.1. These are all set to defaults. As you can see, most of my settings here are set to defaults except this one. The force feedback also set to default. Like the load sensitivity, I have just lowered this because the lower values provide smoother torque, so just maybe provide less feel for tire load changes, but I don't feel difference here. So the road feel scale, I have lowered this because I don't like when driving the off-road I'm feeling so much vibration on this wheel. As you can tell, the Logitech is pretty loud wheel, and I have just vibration, I think I have them off. Yes, vibration are off, because when you're driving or racing in off-road, it's just feeling so loud in the loop. The steering sensitivity is 0.5. This is also default. So as you can tell, I'm using most of my settings here set to default. But if you're a beginner, I advise you just to try to experiment with this feature here. The mechanical trail scale is the one that you will feel the difference. Like if you lower or not lowering, my advice is to go up. You will feel the difference when driving here. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and hope to catch you in the horizon. Let's drift together, let's have fun, and see you in the next video, guys.